have yet another episode of Toad Talks. And in this episode, it features my boss. Her name is Jenna St. Clair, District Manager of the Schuylkill Conservation District. Hey, 65 years, Jenna. What's all about 65 years? What is this?
This year we're celebrating our 65th year here in the county as a conservation district. We've done a lot of different events this year and a newspaper article series and things like that to highlight our history and talk a little bit about where we're at and where we're going. So it's an exciting year for us.
Well, we do a lot of different things. I look at you as like the hub of a wheel with spokes, and every spoke represents something that we do. Can you highlight some things that we do?
Sure. We've expanded over the years, but right now we do erosion and sediment control, watershed management, and that deals with abandoned mine drainage and things like that. We have a lot of agricultural programs. That's everything from a lot of nutrient management and putting best practices into effect on farms. We're into the spotted lanternfly now, and
the spotted lanternfly,
mosquito-borne disease. It just keeps ever changing.
Well, that's what happens there as time goes on. You never know. I always like when you say that if there's a need, we can be there. And we sure are. We're there to help make our corner of Pennsylvania a much better place for the environment. So, but 65 years, where do you see the future? What's the future of our district?
And that's when you have asked me that question this morning. Like you said, the first thing that came to my mind is where we're needed. That's where we're heading. That's where we're going. And even talking about stuff we're involved with now, I've seen that in the short amount of time that I've been here. I've worked at the district for 7 years now, 3 as an erosion and sediment control technician, and 4 as manager. But even in that short time, out of 65 years, we've added programs, we've added staff for not new. They're new problems, but they obviously have been coming for a while. One of the big ones is flood recovery and flood mitigation.
Boy, that is a tough one.
Yeah, that's really been affecting our communities for many years, but more often and more frequently, and it's just becoming more and more of a problem. And it's interesting that the Conservation District has a hand in that, but what's a flood but stormwater?
Hello.
Water, and it's a stream coming out of its banks. So that's right where we're at, and we've gotten right in the middle of it all as far as helping communities deal with flooding in a environmentally friendly way, if there is such a thing. And then also mentioning like mosquitoes and lanternflies. That's another kind of emerging issue that, again, we've gotten kind of right into the middle of it as it's come up. So, we've done many things for a long time. Agriculture issues right from the very beginning. But now, 65 years later, we're still doing that, but we're doing so much more.
Well, Jenna, I have to tell you, that is really something how the Schuylkill Conservation District has evolved into this. We really, the bottom line is we want to make our nook and cranny of Pennsylvania a much better place for people to live, work, and play. I really think that's important. Thank you so much. Because you know what, Jenna? You are totally awesome.